How fitting, then, that I'm dropping in on a tea party at one of the country's most famous institutions, Harvard University. My host is Harvard's pastor and professor of divinity, Peter Gomes, a black, gay Republican Baptist, the very British way with a cup of tea.
You made my day.
Well, you made my year.
I'm so thrilled to actually see you in the flesh.
You are nice.
I even read your books.
Well, you're one of a glistening minority of discriminatory people.
That's all
16 years, I think I'm right in saying, after the Pilgrims hit Plymouth Rock, a Cambridge man founded a university here in this very place.
Good man, John Harvard.
Yes.
Now, I have to make one modest correction. He didn't found the place, but he did something far more important than founding it. He supported it. He gave it all of his books, half of his money, and the legislature gave it his name.
Ah, so it already existed?
It already existed, not very long, and it probably would have died in its cradle were it not for benefactions from John Harvard.
America often strikes me as entirely a land of contradictions. Almost anything you can say is true about it. The opposite's true as well. It's a land of the free and of a classless society, and yet it's ritzier in New York in certain places, and certainly in Newport, than it is anywhere in Britain, and there's more class consciousness.
Well, which is what I think makes it an interesting country, and a country that has a fascinating present, largely because it had to make up its past. It doesn't have this long, unbroken, romantic stretch to some primeval moment. So you make things happen. You know, another reason that you have these examples of conspicuous wealth is we can afford it.
Yeah.
We've still got it, for better or worse. People still aspire to enormous wealth. Money is not a bad thing. The Puritans were not afraid of money at all.
Yes, Gore Vidal says that the Puritans didn't leave Britain and go to America so as to be free from persecution. They went so they could be free to persecute.
Well, there is, alas, more truth to that I would like to admit as a former president of the Pilgrim Society. But it is true that they did not come to the New World to set up some utopian, I'm okay, you're okay society. That was not at all what it was. They came up to set a just and righteous society, and that usually means that somebody's unjust and unrighteous.
And indeed, there were religious people all too ready to say that the reason for 9/11 was because there were gays and decadents in New York, and that was the reason. But you're not having any of that.
One of the many things one can say about this country is that we dislike complexity. So we will make simple solutions to everything that we possibly can, even when the complex answer is obviously the correct answer or the more intriguing answer. We want a simple yes or no, or a flat out this, or a absolutely certain that. Yeah. And the notion that God could have two thoughts simultaneously and people who are dear to him who don't look or talk like us is just hard for many Americans to believe.